Okay, so let's start. Today we'll study entrepreneurship. So we have to start the third unit, as we have finished the first two units. Okay, I want to ask you if is there anybody who has any doubts or any confusion or any problem in any of the topics in the first two units? Yes or no? So I presume that everybody has understood all the topics. Okay. If there is any questions, any problem that you did not understand or you want me to repeat, just tell me, so we'll discuss it again. Okay, let's start. So in the third unit, we have, these are the topics that we will be covering: entrepreneurial behavior, entrepreneurial motivation, achievement and management success, innovation and entrepreneur, and lastly entrepreneurial success in rural areas. Okay, we'll start with entrepreneurial behavior today. So entrepreneurial behavior basically means what kind of behavior or what are the behavioral traits that an entrepreneur should possess, okay, or does possess from the past experiences. Okay, so the study of entrepreneurial behavior is search for answers to questions about human nature. For example, it is relevant to ask what motivates a man to be an entrepreneur. Are you afraid to be different? Can you take risks with money, that is invest and not know the outcome? So these are the various questions that need to be addressed. Okay, or do you know what if you decide to do something, you'll do it and nothing can stop you? These questions relate to entrepreneurial behavior and psychology. Such questions help a potential entrepreneur understand human behavior and not only to determine the whys of the behavior but also to predict the change and even to control future behavior. Okay, so why do we need to know what entrepreneurial behavior means? Is because we need to educate or make other entrepreneurs, the upcoming entrepreneurs, aware of what are the traits they should develop or what are the problems that an entrepreneur addresses in order to become an entrepreneur. Okay, so what did we see? The questions that a person needs to ask himself or herself before becoming an entrepreneur is: are you afraid to be different? Can you take risks with money, that is invest and not know the outcome? Or do you know what if you decide to do something, you'll do it and nothing can stop you? Okay, so are you determined enough to become an entrepreneur? These questions relate to entrepreneurial behavior and psychology. So many such questions help a potential entrepreneur understand human behavior, not only to determine the whys, means not just to understand why this behavior is followed or why these people become entrepreneurs, but also to predict the change and even to control future behaviors. Okay, so we need to know about entrepreneurial behavior, so that first of all, not just to understand why somebody reacts or behaves in a certain way, but also to predict how a person's behavior may change, or how an entrepreneur's behavior may change when he or she wants to become an entrepreneur, or there is a change in the environment, or reacts, what is the reaction? Entrepreneurs exhibit various types of behavior. They establish high growth new ventures. They shift resources. So they what are the things that they exhibit? First of all, various types of behaviors are there, involving firstly high growth new ventures. So high growth new ventures means new businesses that have a potential to grow into big business houses. Okay, shift resources. What does shifting resources mean? We already have discussed this. Can anybody tell me what does shifting of resources mean? Come on, who can tell me what does shifting of resources mean? Okay, adjustment with resources. All right. Okay, so shifting of resources basically refers to here is the change in use of resources. For example, we know that resources are limited, and because of this limited resources or scarcity of resources, we need to use or utilize the resources very efficiently or very carefully. Okay, so an entrepreneur uses the resources only where there are maximum returns available. Okay, so an entrepreneur focuses on optimum utilization of resources. What does optimum utilization mean? Optimum utilization means that we use or we involve or input the resources where we can get maximum returns out of it. Okay, so shifting of resources from one product to another, from one process to another, so that we do not waste any kind of resources. What are the resources that we can use? Can anybody give examples of resources? What do we mean by resources? Yes, materials. Very good. What else? Man. So man is a resource, but what is that resource called? What is a technical term for a man as a resource? No, not employee. It's human resource. Okay. So there's human resource, there's financial resources, there's material resources, as Ishika had pointed out. Okay. So these are some of the resources that are usually used in a business. They add value to a product, they create wealth. So adding value to a product means creating a more useful product out of the already existing products. For example, you may have studied the value added method in of national income in, I think, class 12 maybe. Does anybody remember if they have studied or not? Value added method of economics. Nobody remembers? That's bad. Okay, Astha remembers. Good. So basically what value addition means is, for example, I buy wheat from the market, okay, and out of that wheat I use that wheat to make flour, and then I use that flour to make a cake. So the difference between the price of 1 kg of wheat and 1 kg of cake would be a huge difference, right? The 1 kg of wheat may cost what, around 20 rupees per kg or 50 rupees per kg maximum, right? But a cake, if you buy a 1 kg cake, minimum it will cost you 500 rupees. Okay, so what has changed? The entrepreneur or the businessman, the baker, has added value to the wheat, and so it sells better. So that is what adding value to a product means. Then creating wealth. Creating wealth. What does wealth mean? Wealth means earning, profit. Okay, so creation of wealth means creation of profit, creation of earning. Then they innovate the whole economic system by initiating social, economic and cultural changes. So they innovate the economic system, they innovate the industry. The innovation means bringing about something new, some positive changes in products and in services. So an entrepreneur innovates by bringing about social, economic and cultural changes. They remain responsive to the social challenges of the times. Like all of us, entrepreneurs face ethical dilemmas virtually every day of their lives. Okay? So ethical dilemmas means they may be facing decisions that may affect, that they'll have to keep in mind where they are operating, in which country, which city they are operating, and according to the ethical values of the people living there, they'll have to alter their products. Like KFC, when came to India, they had to stop the production or usage of pork and beef, etc. in their food products, because that was not the ethical structure of our country. They not only have a desire to earn profit, but also care for the best welfare of the community. They try to understand the rising expectations of the society. They protect and heighten the interest and of the society. Okay. So anybody has any doubts in what we just studied? Or is it clear? I think it was very self-explanatory, and I also explained some of the points that were not self-explanatory. Okay, so you have to explain in the way that I try to explain it to you. always, whenever you are writing in the exam as well, try to write it in a way you'll explain it to somebody. Okay, try to write it in a way that somebody is sitting in front of you and you are trying to explain these points to them. So along with examples, with explanation, everything, not just these words. Okay, so what the examiner wants to see in your answer sheets is the how you try to explain these points. What is your way of trying to justify these points when you are talking about it? Okay, understood? Is everybody sleepy today? Nobody is answering. What is the problem? Only Ishika and Astha are aware of what I am talking about. Okay, chalo. So moving on to entrepreneurial behavior. The meaning: entrepreneurial behavior is a manifestation of what a person thinks, feels, and acts. What is manifestation? Manifestation means a sign that something is happening, an indication, or you can say a symbol of judging that there is that something is going on in the person's mind or is reacting to it. Okay, so behavior is how we try to understand what a person thinks or feels. The basic unit of behavior is an activity. In fact, all behavior is a series of activities. So behavior means what activity is being performed. Okay, behavior includes activities that are being performed, and all behavior is a series of activities. So after one activity we try to perform another activity. So judging by the activities that we are performing, the behavior can be judged. Okay, for example, if you are upset about something or you are not attentive in class, the teacher would judge that yes, there's something wrong with this student and they are not paying attention. And how they'll know is by your activities. You'll not be attentive in class, you'll be fidgety, moving here and there, again and again, losing concentration. Okay, so series of activities account for behavior. Behavior is basically goal oriented. For example, if I want to achieve something, my behavior would portray that, would show what I want to achieve. Entrepreneurial behavior includes the goal-oriented acts or decision of an entrepreneur. The entrepreneurial behavior means the manners or ways in which the entrepreneur deals with its total environment, internal and external. So entrepreneurial behavior includes goal-oriented activities or decisions of an entrepreneur. The entrepreneurial behavior means the manners or ways in which the entrepreneur deals with the environment, which including both the internal and external environment. It is a way or approach to look at the physical and human resource of the society. So a behavior, an entrepreneur's behavior shows how and what is the understanding of what is his or her understanding of the environment, of the things that are going around him or her. Okay, what is going on in the society, what is going on with the people around. The entrepreneurial behavior is a view of or orientation towards risk bearing, innovation, achievement, goal setting, ethics, social responsiveness, motivation, challenges, and values of human society, and other psychological elements. Okay, so these are the things that help an entrepreneur deal with that. These are the things that are dealt with using entrepreneurial behavior. Okay, so the right kind of behavior is required by an entrepreneur to deal with risk bearing, to deal with innovation, achievement, goal setting, ethics, social responsiveness, all these things. Okay, so this was the meaning of behavior. So there are 5 types of behaviors that we need to study in entrepreneurial behavior: economic behavior, innovative behavior, ethical and social behavior, psychological behavior, creative behavior. Okay, all right, so we'll stop here, and because after this we have to study the various types of behavior in detail. So let's not start it, because if we start it, then probably there will be holidays and we'll forget everything. So we'll stop here, and tomorrow we'll have a class of